Just 2 milligrams of fentanyl can kill you in a matter of minutes. That's the same size as a few grains of sand. And worse, not all fentanyl is the same. At this very moment, masked men in homemade labs are cooking up newer and even more lethal versions of fentanyl, and those literal chemical weapons are headed straight to the USA. It is this ever-expanding synthetic nightmare that we'll discuss in today's episode of The Infographic Show. What does fentanyl do to your body? Sadly, there are people out there who seek the strongest opioids despite the DEA's warnings that fentanyl is killing Americans at an unprecedented rate. Many who take it are unaware of its deadly potential. In 2022, a group of teenagers bought what they thought was a fairly mild prescription opioid pill, Percocet, when in fact their perks had been contaminated with fentanyl. One of the teens, a 15-year-old girl, was found dead in the bathroom at Bernstein High School in Hollywood. 2 more teens were discovered unconscious at the nearby Lexington Park. They had no idea the pills they dropped were 33 to 66 times stronger than the ones they thought they had bought. As you'll see later in this video, this kind of thing is happening all over the USA and to a lesser extent in Europe. Experts are calling it the 4th wave of the opioid crisis. The first wave to wash over America's shores was in the 1990s and the early 2000s, when unscrupulous pharmaceutical companies came out with new opioid drugs. Physicians started over-prescribing them for general pain management, paving the way for widespread misuse. Patients with conditions like back pain were prescribed powerful opioids, drugs that in some cases had addictive properties comparable to heroin. This approach led to devastating consequences, affecting millions of Americans, with the impact still being felt today. Pharmaceutical companies took advantage of the unique ability to advertise directly to consumers, painting the picture of blissful pain relief. This led to over 255 million opioid prescriptions in 2012, contributing to a nationwide epidemic that affected 12.5 million Americans. The second wave, starting in 2010, saw a huge increase in heroin overdoses. This included many of the people who'd become addicted to prescription opioids. When their prescription sources dried up, many who had become addicted to opioids turned to heroin, experiencing the harsh realities of addiction. Then came the third wave, the rise in synthetic opioid deaths, including those from fentanyl. The 4th wave that's currently making a toxic splash is when fentanyl or something similar ends up killing someone when that person had no idea the drug they took contained one of those super strong synthetics. Later, we'll discuss something even stronger than fentanyl, but at first let's have a look at some numbers. In the late 1970s, America was in the middle of a deadly silent crisis. Each year, around 3,000 Americans suffered lethal overdoses. Despite the Just Say No campaign in the 1980s, overdoses continued to climb from around 2,500 to 5,000 a year. The numbers began to skyrocket, from just over 17,000 deaths in 2000 to a staggering